Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Stock and this video is for entertainment purposes only. Today I'm talking to you about what I see happening in the crypto markets and, well, overall we'll talk about Bitcoin and Ethereum, then specifically about Polygon and Cardano and what I think you should know about these cryptos moving forward from here throughout at least the near term, throughout 2022. So with that said, let's get ready to rock. Welcome back. If you like the content that you see in this video, be sure to hit the like button and hit the subscribe button for more of my content as it becomes available. I post about stocks and crypto and give updates on those two areas and interesting opportunities that I find in either one of those markets. So stay tuned, stick around, and let's move right on to the cryptos. So here we're looking at coinmarketcap.com, and if I zoom in a little bit so you can see it a little bit better, we have a Bitcoin at the top by market cap, down just under 1% over the last 7 days. Can't really seem to break out of those low $40,000 range that we're in right now, but there is just a lot going on in the terms of macro right now that is muting the prices that we see of BTC, and I believe that we're in an accumulation phase right now that there's a lot of holding, there's not a lot of selling, especially on behalf of the Bitcoin miners right now. They are not dumping their coins back onto the market. Instead, they're holding on to them. And I think that this is a trend that we could see continue over time. And the demand for Bitcoin, as we see nations around the world talking about making it legal tender, I think there's going to be a lot of demand for access to BTC on part of the consumer, but then also on top of that, I think institutionally we're going to see continued demand for Bitcoin moving on from here. And what's good for Bitcoin is good for the rest of the crypto market at this point. So Ethereum, I think, will eventually flip Bitcoin, that there's a lot of demand, a lot of development, and we have the merge coming up by July of this year is currently the timeline that we have right now, moving from ETH that we have right now to ETH 2.0, switching from proof of work to proof of stake. And you can see right now we're having trouble coming up off that $3,000, low 3,000s, and we'll take a look at the chart on that one as well. And while there's a lot of interesting cryptos, Cardano moving up to number 5. I think this was recently down as low as maybe number 7 or 9 by market cap. And right now, moving up to $1.48, you can see it's up 30% over the past 7 days. That's absolutely incredible for Cardano, and there's good reason for the movement that we have. So we'll see if it's a price pump followed by a dump. That could most definitely happen in the short term, but long term, I am bullish on Cardano, Ethereum, Bitcoin, you name it. I'm going to just briefly go by Solana here down to 137. It's neat to see that under 150. This one has some serious staying power, I believe, and it won't be long before we see that climb back up the list. And I'm going to scroll down, even though there's some good ones along the way. I'm going to go to Polygon, which was top 20, now it's top 15, actually top 13 as it sits at number 13 by market cap. It's currently sitting at 216. Down about 2% for the week, down about 9% right now. And in Polygon, we have more reasons to be bullish on Polygon. So let's go through each of those quickly, and then we'll move on from there. All right, Bitcoin rocking under 42,000 right now, and we can see the price action that it's had over the past several months. This goes back all the way to the summer of 2021 as we're looking at it right now, and you can see the most recent rally that it's had up over time, and then it's just been straight down ever since. Let me see, beginning of November, all the way up until now. So we had a drop in the Bitcoin hash rate because of what was happening in Kazakhstan. However, that hash rate is moving up to new all-time highs, and a lot of times the price for Bitcoin follows that hash rate. So right now, what we're seeing could be temporary. It could be that we're sitting at support around that $40,000 mark. And then below that, around 37 to 38,000 is the next area of support that we find. And then below that is around 30,000 for the next area of support. So those are things to watch for Bitcoin. And I guarantee you that if you see this support broken right now, that you're going to start seeing some heavy buying moving into this. Now, some of the reason that we could see some of that money flushing out is the rate increases that we have coming up through the Fed. We also have a lot of the bond buying that's slowing down. We also have high inflation going on right now. The Fed rate increases that are being talked about, there's either 3 or 4 of them expected this year. Goldman Sachs, I think, has said moving on to 4. A lot of other analysts are moving on to 4, up from 3 rate increases. That's going to make money more expensive to borrow and less borrowed money. I think that we'll see less of that in the crypto markets as well. that there's just not the same return on investment, at least maybe moving over to safety for a little bit of time. However, I think 2022 we end much higher than we're at right now for Bitcoin, and I think the crypto market in general is going to see that maturity over time, and that some of the ultra low price days that we've had in the past for cryptocurrencies, especially the big ones, the more mature ones that are out there, I think those days are over because the world has moved on. There is a lot more acceptance, and people are waking up to the realities of what blockchain technologies can offer. So for Ethereum has a massive amount of development around it, and that development is just growing all the time. And with the anticipated scaling increases that we'll have through switching from proof of work to proof of stake, I think that we're going to come up off these prices that we see right here. Also talking about the amount of new ETH produced be slowing down to maybe even a fixed state or deflation, and a lot of people are looking at this as a deflationary asset when that happens by July of 2022 through the merge, and then sharding should be something that scales even further the transactions per second and the efficiency that we see with the Ethereum network. So as that takes place over time, we should get more value out of Ethereum, and we should come up significantly off of these prices. It is possible that in 2022, if we get that crypto market rally, if that's where we're looking for those gains and returns, and a lot more money flushes into here, ETH up to 10,000, I made a video on it before. I think it's a total possibility that we see in ETH's future within 2022. I think at my most bullish case, I think we can make it there. And if we aren't sitting at that most bullish case, I think at the very least we see a new high of about $5,000 per ETH in this year, which would be significantly up from where it sits right now. It'd be about 60% up from where it's at right now. So I think some people will be looking for returns, especially in the overall markets that we have for the equities markets, for stocks. And crypto might be one of those places that can offer it, where the stock market might be having a little bit of trouble this year, finding its new place and finding its footing and correcting prices, especially where tech is involved. And crypto has been following tech, but I think that it follows tech for a lot of the reasons that the cheap money that's been out there for so long is something that we have to rebalance for. And I think that that's resetting our price curves just a little bit that we have for crypto right now. Moving on to Cardano. For Cardano, Sunday Swap is going live, a decentralized exchange on Cardano, and that's attributing to the most recent price pump that we see. And we've broken up above resistance so far, not significantly. As soon as we've come up above it, we came ripping right back down. So this price is something that we could see come back down. I wouldn't call resistance at about this $1.50 mark. I wouldn't call it firmly broken. I think that we need a little bit more confirmation. The volume happening on it is okay, but really we want to see the success of Sunday Swap as it comes out. We want to see that be very successful and with a lot of adoption on Cardano. Cardano, we need DeFi. We need it sooner than later, and those dApps deploying on Cardano and the build out over time, I think, is something that's really going to help its price. And depending on what all we have come out for Cardano and the adoption for Cardano, sending this up 2x by the end of 2022 from where it's sitting at right now at about $1.50. So back up to that $3 mark, I think we could revisit those all-time highs. The concurrency issue for Cardano is something that has to be developed around, or really it's accommodating for the new model that we have for the output balances, which is the EU TXO model, and that's versus the UTXO model that currently exists, where there is no concurrency issue that takes place. So with that development, learning how to navigate what Cardano has put out, what Cardano has designed, I think we're going to have, as those solutions become more and more popular and more well known, I think we're going to see more of that development happen. So Cardano, I think that right now it's in a good place, but I think it should go a lot higher as we have a lot of DeFi adoption and building up TVL, total value locked, on Cardano over time. Finally, we have Polygon, and Polygon currently sitting at about $2.16, and you can see the price climb that it's had since the summer. This is one that sort of took a while. It didn't really take off like the others. It finally did put in a new all-time high back in December, and it's settled since then, and you can see the bullish channel that we're currently in for Polygon. So for Polygon, the question that we have is centralization. Just how centralized are they? We don't know how much is actually run by the Polygon Foundation themselves. And for crypto, that's a big thing, because really we're looking at something, we want it to be immutable, and we also want it to be decentralized. We want it to be trustless. We want to know that we're not waiting on a central authority or trusting a central authority. So those are all things that we want to watch out for. for. Now, Polygon offers exposure to a lot of the same apps that are on Ethereum and is compatible with Ethereum, running as an Ethereum sidechain. So this one is an excellent scaling solution for avoiding gas fees, and there's a lot of adoption that surrounds it. It did have a little bit of a trouble with its transactions per second, thanks to a Sunflower game app that's out there. So it's not that it's not without its difficulties, but the crypto space is a maturing market and it's maturing quickly. We're going to see a lot of innovation happening, and Polygon is moving along to be quite a big part of that. And another thing that Polygon has done that really should help out with the price is introducing a burn fee, such as what happens, a burn mechanism, I should say, like what happens with Ethereum. And let me refresh the page here. There we go. So Polygon, this just went live, I think at 3 a.m. UTC. And so once this amount of MATIC gets up to 25,000, then it will burn off this amount that's currently waiting to be burned. So it's one that isn't going to be as rampant, at least at first, as we see with Ethereum. It's one that we're going to have to watch over time to see just how much MATIC it burns away, taking away some of that inflation rate that we have with MATIC tokens right now. And MATIC tokens are ones that there's only more and more use cases for them all the time, as versus Cardano, which right now there isn't a lot of use case for ADA, but that is something planned for the future that should also help pump the price of ADA up over time. So for MATIC, this is one that I'm watching, another one that I'm bullish on. I have a very large position with them, and I think that they're going to be very successful in the crypto space, that they're going to continue to experience more success, especially because of the services that they offer related to Ethereum. So let me summarize. The crypto markets, I think the crypto markets need a little bit to rest. They've had a lot of running to do, and I think what they're doing right now with their price corrections is currently very healthy. With the overall stock markets, I think their corrections, I think their day is coming, that we're going to see either a little bit of pullback or maybe a lot of a pullback, but all at once. So 5 to 10% correction in the overall markets. That it is something that has been due for a while, and just something that hasn't happened yet, whereas crypto seems to be correcting all the time. So with those corrections in place, I think that the crypto market is healthier than ever, and that volatility that we see right now is just going to be the nature of the beast. So Bitcoin sitting around 40,000. We'll see if the support can hold. Same thing for Ethereum around 3,000. We'll see if that support can hold. And then Cardano and Polygon. Cardano actually having a fairly great time right now. We'll see if that can keep up. Polygon, watch that fee burn happening. Overall, though, even if we have some short-term negative pressures on the crypto markets, on the overall markets, I think overall, after this passes, we're going to be set in a really good place for a lot of bullish behavior, and that the bull run in the crypto space is something that could continue throughout 2022. That's what I have for you guys today. If you want to see more of what I have to offer, check it out over at the Patreon. That link is down in the description. Also, down in the description, while you're looking at that Patreon link to get access to my community and to my services over there, you can also take a look at Moomoo and Webull referral links. By clicking those links, signing up and depositing your money, you'll get free stocks. I'll get free stocks, so it's a win-win for both of us. At the very least, if you like this video and stuck around this long, why don't you go ahead and hit that like button and that subscribe button if you haven't already. I'd absolutely love your support in growing this channel. Hit me up down in the comments. Anything else that you would like me to know, maybe just to say hello. Maybe there's a stock or a crypto that you're interested in and you would like to hear more about it. Perhaps it's one that I follow. I better get going for now. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm Dr. Stock. Thanks for rocking with me. Now go get that money.